Okay, so I want to encourage you to start writing down the good things God has done for you in your life. This can be past things, this can be present things, this could even be things that you're believing God to do for you that you haven't seen come about yet, but you are believing that God is going to do it for you. Write this all down. The reason I want you to write it down is because this you documenting this or you having this readily available for you is going to be used as a weapon. The, and the weapon is going to be against the enemy. It's going to be against evil spirits, demonic forces that, come to your mind, things that, having you doubt God or having you doubt that, you're going to be able to get through this bad period of your life or this bad season or this seemingly bad situation. The devil is here to destroy us, point blank. But he also, a great way that he uses, or a great method he uses to destroy us is to have us in confusion. Confusion because if you're trusting God, sometimes you have that moment where if you don't see the manifestation of what you want or what you're believing for, what you've been praying for, if things seem to be getting worse before it gets better, sometimes we get like a little confused. And it's not just like, oh, we're just so confused, I don't know why we're confused. No, that is a clear, intentional tactic, weapon of the enemy trying to get you to go against God and instead of running to God, which is what we should be doing in times of stress. We should be running to God even in times of happiness and joy and when everything's just going fantastically fabulous in our lives. But in times of stress, it's really easy to get triggered and to get influenced to go the opposite of God. So I want you to start writing the goodness of God, the things that you see, the goodness of God, because I want you to be able to look back on those things. When you start creating that list, you're going to start looking at those things. You're going to start remembering what was going on. You're going to start remembering how you felt in that moment. You're going to start remembering, like when you were low in that valley, how, the Lord made a way somehow. Like you're just gonna start remembering those things, and then when you go back to that list, I want you to start adding each time. It's a good little thing that you can do in your pastime. Like instead of watching TV, pull your list out. The list can be on your phone. You can go old school, do a paper and pen. I mean, it can be however you want to document it. Just document it and make sure you can have it readily available. Because a lot of times for those of us that are very emotional or sensitive, it's easy to be offended, or we're just really raw, or are emotionally, spiritually raw sometimes. It's easy to be distracted by confusion of the enemy and the ideas and the negative thoughts and influence that the enemy brings to us. So that list is the intention of the list is to remind you that God is good and God has seen you through some things and that there is a way out. And sometimes the way out isn't the way that you think it should go. It's not the way that you kind of mapped out for yourself for it to go. It could be totally different way. But just make sure you're submitting yourself to God and remembering for yourself. And the only reason I'm encouraging you to write it down because sometimes we have a poor memory. I am one of those people. That's why I discovered I need to start writing things down. So try that. Try that. So next time you're in a bad season, you can pull up that list and just start reading through those things. And remember, like I said, it can be little baby things. It could be the biggest breakthroughs, the biggest blessings, the biggest, just things that are just unbelievable where you just did not see your way out. But God made a way for you and you were victorious. So just be encouraged today that God does love you and God does have a way out for you. And sometimes it is not the way you think it is. So just make sure you are in tune with God, listening to what God says, and you remember the goodness of God. Write it down. Surrender your life and leave all things behind. God is